We begin with the finest full-grain calfskin chosen specifically for its flawless texture and the inherent ability to support the weight of heavy hardware. The master cutter traces the pattern onto the hide, ensuring the grain runs parallel to the strap for maximum durability and aesthetic flow. A sharp click of the shears separates the strip from the hide, releasing the rich aroma of tanned leather into the bright atelier. Precision is paramount here, as even a millimeter of deviation would compromise the alignment of the diamond buckle that will eventually sit here. The edges are raw and unfinished, waiting for the skilled hands of the artisan to bevel them into a smooth and rounded curve. We select a second layer of leather for the lining, creating a sandwich of luxury that feels substantial yet supple against the waist. Every tool on this wooden table has a history worn smooth by years of crafting accessories that define status and unparalleled personal style. The cutter inspects the surface under the soft atelier light, looking for natural imperfections that might distract from the brilliance of the stones. This initial cut determines the destiny of the accessory, setting the stage for a marriage between rugged leather and delicate, sparkling, precious gems. Now the leather is skeeved at the ends, thinned down to reduce bulk, where the fold happens around the solid gold buckle hardware. A heated iron runs along the edge, sealing the fibers and creating a subtle guideline for the stitching that will follow shortly. The craftsman marks the spacing for the holes, ensuring perfect symmetry for the wearer who demands absolute perfection in every single minute detail. We apply a light layer of reinforcement tape between the leather sheets to prevent stretching over decades of daily wear and constant use. The two layers of leather are pressed together, bonding instantly to form a single cohesive unit that feels incredibly solid in the hand. Attention shifts to the buckle itself, a masterpiece of pave setting where hundreds of diamonds catch the light with every slight movement made. Before attachment, the leather must be prepared to accept the prong, requiring a clean oblong punch through the center of the strap end. The smell of contact cement fills the air as the artisan prepares the edges for the final bonding process before the sewing begins. It is a quiet moment of focus where the only sound is the soft scrape of the bone folder smoothing down the edges. The contrasting thread is selected with care, chosen to highlight the warmth of the leather while complementing the cool fire of the diamonds. We are ready to begin the stitching process, a rhythmic dance of needle and thread that transforms materials into a true work of art. The first stitch anchors the thread, piercing through layers of reinforced leather with a satisfying resistance that signifies the incredible density of the material. We use the traditional saddle stitch technique, passing two needles through the same hole to create a lock that a machine cannot replicate. The artisan pulls the waxed linen thread taut, feeling the tension to ensure the seam is strong enough to last for a lifetime. There is a hypnotic rhythm to the work, a steady back and forth motion that requires absolute concentration to maintain the perfect angle. Each slanted stitch sits perfectly atop the leather grain, creating a jagged line of texture that guides the eye toward the diamond buckle. Now we move to the decorative elements, stitching the house emblem near the tip, where it serves as a subtle mark of authenticity. These stitches are finer and closer together, demanding a steady hand to navigate the tight curves of the logo without piercing the edge. Fingers trace the embossed pattern, ensuring the thread lays flat within the grooves so the surface remains smooth to the touch and sight. The main body of the belt is now fully stitched, a ribbon of leather that is stiff yet pliable, ready for the hardware. We apply the first coat of edge paint, a viscous liquid that seals the raw cut layers and unifies the strap's side profile. After drying, the edge is sanded down and painted again, a process repeated until the side is as smooth as glass to touch. The diamond-studded buckle rests on a velvet tray, a heavy piece of white gold set with stones that shimmer under the bright lamps. Before assembly, the jeweler inspects every prong under magnification, ensuring each diamond is secure and level with the surface of the precious metal. The leather strap is carefully looped through the metal bar, folding back on itself to create a secure housing for the heavy buckle. We slide the leather keepers into place, small loops that will hold the strap end flat against the waist for a clean silhouette. Strong stitches are placed close to the hardware, locking the buckle in place while allowing enough movement for the belt to articulate comfortably. Tiny screws are tightened on the reverse side, adding a mechanical reinforcement to the stitching that guarantees the buckle remains attached under tension. The artisan lifts the finished assembly, checking the balance between the heavy weight of the gold hardware and the density of the leather. A soft cloth wipes away any fingerprints from the gold, restoring the mirror finish that amplifies the brilliance of the encrusted white diamonds. The physical construction is complete, transforming raw materials into a functional object of desire that radiates luxury from every single angle and stitch. Now we enter the critical phase of inspection, where the belt is subjected to scrutiny that far exceeds the gaze of any customer. The artisan places the belt under a specialized high-intensity lamp illuminating the leather grain to reveal even the most microscopic surface scratch or blemish. We run a finger along the stitching line, checking for consistent tension and ensuring that no single thread sits higher than its neighboring stitch. The painted edges are examined with a loupe, verifying that the layers of dye are perfectly uniform and free from bubbles or cracking. Attention turns to the buckle where each diamond is tested for movement, ensuring the setting is rock solid and prepared for daily wear. We check the prong for smooth articulation, ensuring it moves freely without scraping the precious metal or snagging on the delicate leather strap. Measurements are taken one final time to confirm the holes are perfectly centered and the distance between them is mathematically precise and consistent. The belt is flexed and twisted gently to test the bond between the leather layers, listening for any creaking that signals poor adhesion. A soft horsehair brush is used to sweep away any lingering dust from the workshop, clearing the path for the final polishing stage. We inspect the hot stamped logo on the reverse side, ensuring the gold foil is crisp, legible, and deeply embedded into the leather grain. A polishing cloth treated with a mild compound is rubbed over the buckle, removing oxidation and making the white gold shine with intensity. We apply a final conditioning cream to the strap, nourishing the calfskin and enhancing its natural luster without leaving any oily residue behind. Even a single loose stitch or a slightly cloudy diamond would cause this entire piece to be rejected and disassembled by the master. The master craftsman signs off on the quality card, a personal guarantee that this specific object meets the uncompromising standards of the house. With the inspection complete, the belt is no longer just materials, but a finished product ready to be prepared for its new owner. We prepare the packaging materials, selecting a sturdy box lined with silk that matches the elegance of the treasure it is about to hold. A soft flannel dust bag is laid out, designed to protect the hardware from scratching and the leather from light while in storage. The belt is coiled carefully, ensuring the buckle does not press into the leather, maintaining the pristine shape of the strap during transport. Every fold of the tissue paper is calculated to create a sound and a sensation of luxury when the box is eventually opened. This is the final moment. The artisan touches the piece, sealing the craftsmanship inside a box that represents hours of dedicated, skilled labor. We gently slide the coiled belt into the flannel pouch, drawing the cotton strings tight to secure the precious cargo within its soft embrace. The certificate of authenticity is placed on top, detailing the clarity of the diamonds and the provenance of the leather for the future owner. A heavy lid is lowered onto the box, creating a vacuum seal that pushes air out with a soft, satisfying whisper of finality. We select a length of a grosgrain ribbon, the signature color of the house, measuring the length precisely to ensure the bow sits perfectly centered. The knot is tied with practiced speed, a specific method that allows the ribbon to be unraveled with a single, effortless pull by hand. This box now contains a narrative of craftsmanship, a physical object that represents the culmination of geology, agriculture, and human artistic skill and effort. It feels dense and substantial in the hand. A heavy brick of anticipation that promises something truly exceptional lies waiting beneath the cardboard lid. We place the sealed box into a structural carrier bag, the stiff paper reinforcing the sense of occasion that comes with this specific purchase. A final inspection of the exterior ensures the packaging is as flawless as the product, for the presentation is half of the luxury experience. The package sits on the dispatch table, a dormant object of beauty waiting to be awakened by the person who will eventually wear it. The bright lights of the atelier reflect off the glossy paper, highlighting the embossed name that carries so much weight in the fashion world. There is a stillness now, a pause between the chaotic energy of creation and the dynamic life the belt will lead in the world. This belt is designed to anchor an outfit, to be the focal point that draws the eye and commands attention in any crowded room. The diamonds are currently hidden in darkness, but they retain their potential energy, ready to scatter light the moment the box is finally opened. We have transformed a rough hide and raw stones into a cohesive symbol of elegance, bridging the gap between rugged utility and high jewelry. The craftsman wipes down the table, clearing the leather scraps and diamond dust, preparing the workspace for the next unique commission to begin shortly. It is a cycle of endless refinement, where lessons learned from this piece will inform the technique used on the next strap we cut. The courier arrives to collect the package, handling it with the care reserved for high-value items that travel across the globe to waiting clients. As it leaves the workshop, the belt ceases to be a project and becomes a possession, transferring ownership from the maker to the wearer. The door closes, leaving the scent of leather and polish lingering in the air, a sensory memory of the work that was just completed. Under the microscope, the metal beads holding the diamonds look like tiny claws, gripping the stone with a force that defies their minute size. Light bounces between the facets of the diamonds, creating an infinite tunnel of reflection that captivates the eye even in this dim ambient lighting. The white gold is softer than steel, requiring a delicate touch to polish without rounding off the sharp architectural edges of the buckle design. There is a stark contrast between the cold, hard metal and the warm, yielding surface of the calfskin that makes this object so compelling. Listen closely and you can hear the faint click of the setting tool, a sound that signifies the diamond is locked in forevermore. The linen thread is coated in beeswax, which prevents fraying as it passes through the leather and creates a water-resistant seal within the hole. The needles are blunt-tipped to push through the pre-punched holes without piercing the fibers, preserving the structural integrity of the leather strap over time. We tie off the stitching on the inside, melting the synthetic ends to fuse them with the leather so the knot never comes undone. The edge paint acts like a liquid plastic, filling the microscopic gaps between the leather layers to create a singular, smooth monochromatic surface wall. It takes patience to watch paint dry, but rushing this stage results in peeling later, so we wait for the chemistry to do work. The scent of the Atelier is a blend of earthy tannins and metallic sharpness, a sensory signature that permeates every item we produce here. Holding the buckle separately, one is surprised by the density of the gold, a hidden value that only the wearer will ever truly know. Even the lining, which rests against the trousers and is rarely seen, receives the same level of polishing and care as the front face. The skiving knife must be stropped constantly to maintain a razor edge, slicing through the dense fiber network like it is merely soft butter. We use a heavy mallet to drive the punch through the leather, a decisive impact that creates a clean, crisp hole without any tearing. The geometry of the belt tip is cut by hand, requiring a confident motion to achieve the perfect curve that defines the brand's aesthetic. Heat and pressure combine to emboss the brand name, darkening the leather slightly as the fibers are compressed permanently into the recognizable script font. A blast of compressed air removes microscopic debris from the diamond settings, ensuring that nothing obstructs the path of light entering the precious stones. Machines can cut faster, but they lack the ability to read the grain and adjust the pressure based on the unique hide texture. It is a process of subtraction, removing everything that is not essential until only the pure form and the exquisite materials remain to shine. True luxury is not just about the price tag, but the accumulation of hours spent refining a single object to its absolute limit. While the diamonds will remain unchanged for eternity, the leather will evolve, gaining a rich patina that chronicles the life of its owner. This contrast between the immutable stone and the organic hide creates a tension that makes the accessory feel alive and constantly changing over time. We build these belts not for a single season of fashion, but to withstand decades of trends, remaining relevant through sheer quality alone. The hands that stitch this leather remain anonymous, yet their skill is woven into every fiber, a silent signature of dedication and mastery. In a world of instant gratification, we choose the slow path, believing that things made with patience possess a soul that machines cannot mimic. The weight of the buckle serves as a constant reminder of the precious materials involved, grounding the wearer with a sense of substance. Every time the belt is fastened, the click of the prong is a satisfying tactile confirmation of the engineering that underpins the beauty. We do not rush the drying of glue or the setting of stones, for time is the invisible ingredient that guarantees lasting durability. There is an honesty in this work where the quality of the raw material cannot be hidden behind synthetic coatings or manufacturing shortcuts. The full grain structure of the leather means it breathes and flexes, adapting to the body's shape rather than fighting against it during movement. It is a private luxury knowing that the back of the belt is finished as beautifully as the front, purely for personal satisfaction. We respect the animal that provided the hide and the earth that yielded the gold by ensuring nothing is wasted in the process. The thread we use is stronger than the leather itself, ensuring that even if the hide eventually wears down, the structure remains intact. Polishing is not just cleaning, it is a ritual of revealing the true character of the metal, stripping away the dullness of oxidation. This belt does not scream for attention with loud logos, but rather commands respect through the quiet confidence of superior materials and flawless construction. The diamonds act as points of light, capturing the ambient energy of a room and focusing it on the waistline with elegant precision. We design the hardware to be modular, allowing the buckle to be transferred to a new strap should the leather ever eventually fail. It is the ultimate fusion of the jeweler's art and the leather worker's craft, two distinct disciplines meeting in a single functional, beautiful object. As we near the end of the production line, the focus shifts from the mechanics of creation to the emotional impact of ownership. The finished piece lies on the wood, a testament to what we can achieve when we refuse to compromise on time or materials. It waits for the waist of someone who understands that true style is found in the details that others might simply overlook today. This is not fast fashion to be discarded next season. It is an heirloom intended to be passed down through the future generations. The fire within the stones is permanent, a captured brilliance that will outlast the leather, the box, and even the hands that made it. We have honored the natural grain, preserving its unique map of wrinkles and pores as a celebration of organic beauty and natural life. The prong fits into the hole with a decisive snap, a sound that signals security, and the perfect fit for the discerning wearer. There are easier ways to make a belt, but there is no better way to make a belt that carries this much presence. The lights in the atelier dim, but the work we have done here today shines on carrying our reputation into the outside world. We reject the notion of mass production in favor of the singular, the rare, and the exceptional quality that defines true modern luxury. Running a hand over the strap, one feels the history of the craft, a lineage of leatherworking that stretches back centuries in time. It is an accessory that needs no introduction, speaking volumes through its silhouette and the undeniable quality of its precious metal components. As the lid closes, we seal away a piece of our passion, sending it forth to be part of someone else's life story. No two diamonds are exactly alike, and no two strips of leather cure the same way, making this specific belt truly one of one. We measure our success not by volume, but by the perfection of the execution in every single piece that leaves this wooden table. It is designed to be worn, not just displayed, gaining character with every scratch and scuff that comes from a life well lived. The tools are cleaned and returned to their racks, silent witnesses to the transformation that just took place within these four bright walls. Trends may fade and seasons may change, but the combination of gold, diamond, and fine leather remains a constant standard of masculine elegance. There is a profound satisfaction in making something real, something that holds weight and serves a purpose beyond mere decoration or simple vanity. This is the diamond-studded belt buckle, a convergence of art and utility, forged in fire and stitched with an unwavering dedication to excellence. From our hands to yours, this is the definition of craftsmanship, a promise kept in leather and gold for the discerning modern gentleman.